Hello, this is Jessica McKay with your love column for September. This month's question comes from Leo, who asks, why do I always sabotage my relationships? So Leo, the first thing that I did was take a look at your energy and connect with your spirit guides. And they showed me a picture of you when you were 4 years old, feeling really, really hurt, feeling disappointed in other people. I hear the message that people disappointed you, that you were criticized, and that criticism, I'm not sure exactly what it was, but it cut to the heart and soul of who you were. And it created a wound in you. And what do we do when we have a wound? We want to cradle that wound. We want to protect ourselves. We don't want people to get close enough to be able to push that sore spot. So my sense is that you have a wall around you because of what happened when you were a little boy. And it's not your fault. The people around you that were supposed to love you unconditionally, as we all have those people in our lives, I feel like they let you down in some way. Not on purpose, not because they intended to be, to be inefficient caregivers or anything, but I really feel like they let you down. Like you didn't get the unconditional appreciation that you needed. In fact, the energy that I'm sensing here is the energy of feeling taken for granted, that you felt taken for granted at that age. And because of that, it's like you developed this philosophy that people suck. That's what I heard. I heard those two words said together. So I don't know if you remember any of this from childhood or if it's just a big jumble that's in the subconscious mind. But that's the energy that I'm reading when I ask the question about your relationships and why you push people away. Your spirit guides show me all the amazing gifts that you actually do have, that you are such a loving man. They show me how funny you are, how you have the ability to lighten the mood in a room when you walk into it, that you are an incredibly loyal friend. I really hear that. You're a loyal friend. So my sense is to stop telling yourself this story that you sabotage your relationships and tell another story that you're a loyal friend and you love people. And even though you were disappointed, really disappointed as a kid, you sustained an injury. And this is a real injury that needs to be acknowledged in order to be healed, in order to be brought to light. And how you do that is just to recognize that you were hurt. As a kid growing up, you received a message that in some way you weren't appreciated. And that made you lose faith in relationships, in people. And so my sense is what happens when someone gets too close, you push them away, you're mean, or you say something, and then you wonder why you did that and you judge yourself. And it's really not your fault. This is something that that most of us have to deal with, because growing up is not easy, and all of us in some way are wounded in that process. So your healing is about acknowledging that wound, acknowledging that fear of being disappointed again, acknowledging the fear of being taken for granted, of not being seen, of doing things for people, jumping through their hoops, and at the end of the day, they don't love you or they don't give you that unconditional love that you're seeking. So that's the fear, that's the reason for keeping people out. And the way to heal it is to not take yourself for granted, to love, respect, and appreciate yourself for the amazing man that you are. And no longer tell this story about this is what I do, I'm a bad person, I'm not good enough. Tell another story that you're a loyal friend, you're a good person and a kind man, and you have so much love to give. I really see that. So the way out is to acknowledge that you sustained an injury as a child, have compassion for that, grieve it, and then have appreciation. Give yourself the unconditional acceptance that you didn't get as a kid. Give that to yourself. When you give it to yourself, you won't need it from the outside. So you won't feel disappointed by other people. You won't feel like you have to keep them at arm's length. So that is your work. It's not easy. It takes practice. It takes patience and compassion. And I know that you can do it. So that is your love column for September. I hope this was helpful to you. If anyone watching would like to submit a question for consideration for next month's column, please go ahead and write your question in the Facebook comments below. Thank you so much for watching, and I'll see you again.